So with over 1 billion people now using AI mode, Google has to pivot their business, and they've basically showed us the roadmap for how they're going to be doing that. They showed us a whole bunch of new ad formats that fit AI mode, and they actually started off by talking about their organic search approach as well, and how you need to adapt to organically be recommended by Google's AI mode. So in this video, I'm just going to tie together everything that was discussed, all the main points that you really need to go, and how they kind of relate to each other. So the first one is the search box. So they said that this is the biggest change that they've made to the search box in 25 years. And basically what that means is they're preparing to allow people to do longer queries by making sure that this search box expands and also auto-populates with words so that people can quickly search in more detail than they would previously. It's also multimodal, so they're going to encourage people to include not only text, but video and image as well. So the key thing is that if people are using AI mode, that means that they're not necessarily going to be going to the traditional 10 blue links that we've been accustomed to. So you can see that in this instance, at least, AI mode has been tagged in here. So that means that people are going to be going, instead of to the traditional search engine, they're going to be going through to AI mode, of course. So next, we're just going to go through quickly organic and paid implications of AI mode. And let's start with organic. So how do you basically get recommended organically by AI mode? This is what Google said. So they're essentially looking for experiences of customers rather than looking for like SEO optimized articles from third-party high authority sites. That still matters, but they have spoken more about, and there's examples to support this, how they're looking for customers' first-party experiences. So within AI mode, you can expect Google to be including things like videos and social media posts. So the key takeaway here for me was text isn't enough anymore. You also need your customers to be talking on YouTube and ideally on Reddit. And quickly, I'm going to go off on a quick tangent and show you why Reddit as well. So in Google's keynote, they came up with this prompt that was looking for treadmills. So I did the same prompt myself, and I was given these two products here. And then Google cited its sources, like why is it recommending these products? And you can see that one of them was Reddit. And when I clicked on, and also, yeah, Reddit was actually included further down the page within AI mode, where they have this section called what users think, or what real users think. And then they've got another quote here from a user from Reddit. So I looked at this Reddit post and I found that the one that I was recommended actually only had 13 upvotes and 15 comments. And this was from a user that has only posted on Reddit 9 times in their account history, and their account has only been live for a couple of months. So that was surprising to me. So I looked at the post and I actually found the what real users think, the comment that was included there, it was from the same post as well. So it's not like Google is looking at hundreds of Reddit posts and trying to aggregate them all together. It actually, in my experience, just used one Reddit post. So this shouldn't really be surprised because Google is paying Reddit $60 million a year. So it's not surprised that they are using Reddit prominently in AI mode. But individual Reddit posts, I think, at least in the early stage, before people really clock onto this, will probably be pretty impactful for businesses. So obviously keep doing reviews and on high authority website articles as well, but it's not just about text anymore. Okay, moving on to paid. And actually, I'll quickly mention that Google's Gemini AI model is heavily influencing not only organic, but also paid as well. And I'll show you in these next couple of examples as we go through the ad units that were announced, why I say that. So the first one that they included were these highlighted answers. So essentially what happens here is that Google is including a brand's assets based on their guidelines. So it's including the images that have been provided, and it's presenting that as a highlighted answer. But what's key here is that Gemini is summarizing or taking the context that the user has included within their prompt, and they are writing their own copy essentially on behalf of the advertiser. So that's a huge difference. Previously, we've been used to us providing the copy and Google just including that when it thinks it's relevant. But now the text is being changed, or it's being interpreted by Gemini to match the user's search or their prompt. So really, really key and highly differentiated from what we've currently had. Google didn't say the names for these ads here, but essentially we've got an ad here from Duolingo. Again, very much text-based interpretation from Gemini. Why are you recommending me these products or these services? Gemini is actually explaining that to the particular customer. Similar thing here with AI mode, AI-powered shopping ads. So commercial prompt, and then you can see this loading mode here. That is Gemini thinking about why they're recommending the products that they're recommending. Then the last couple here, this one is a bit different. So this is business agent for leads. This can be used for education, automotive, and real estate. And essentially Google is trying to encourage people to ask more questions within the ad unit itself. So again, instead of users having to go through to the website, Google is trying to handle more of that within the ad unit itself. Then if people want more information, they can show that they're a more qualified lead, and that information can be passed to the advertiser. Then switching gears now to direct offers. So essentially you can nominate offers that are included within AI mode. We've already heard about this, but what is key here and that they confirmed is direct offers can be tied to UCP. UCP is Universal Commerce Protocol. This essentially means that agents are completing the transaction on behalf of the user. So they can click the buy button on the ad, and instead of going through to the website, they can place the order via Google with the company that they've selected. So again, huge change here. People going through less to the advertiser or the merchant's website, and they have now the option to complete the transaction within the Google interface. Next one, this is actually the same thing that I want to highlight here as well. You can also check out within YouTube. So you don't even need to use YouTube. You can see the products that are being suggested within the ad, scroll down, buy it without going through to the merchant's website. The merchant still does own the customer relationship, so it can still send the follow-up email, that still handle everything, but the transaction itself can, if users choose, remain within the Google ecosystem. Final thing is Universal Cart. This is interesting because people can add things to their cart across Google's different products. So they can add something from YouTube, maybe when they're in search. And Google said that Gemini is behind this cart, so it can get smarter over time. It was really light on details, but you could see how this potentially could be used quite a lot by users to collect things across the internet and also track discounts, because it's got Gemini telling them that this product has gone up or down in price, etc., or is now back in stock. So some pretty big changes, and hopefully this just like ties everything together a little bit easier.